Hello, everybody. My name is Miracle. This is John, my student from Russia. He is 13, John?
14.
He's 14. He's growing up before my very eyes. He started when he was 12. Now he's 14. And what we are doing today is another GRE question. For those of you who don't know, the GRE is an advanced and quite difficult test that you take if you want to go to graduate school in the US. So this is tough for me. It's challenging for me. It's really tough for John since English is not his first language, but it's just a tough test. But we are doing this together. This is not the only thing that John studies. John studies several things. So do not misunderstand. This is not the way that he learns English. This is simply one of the ways that he learns English. Okay, John, let's open Magoosh. And while he's sharing his screen, let me say thank you to the guys at Magoosh.com for letting us share parts of their lesson here with you guys. Okay, let's get you to... Yeah, it seems pretty big. Can you make it just a little bit bigger, John? As you can see, John has, thank you. John has already answered these and he got them all correct. It took like 20 minutes or something, but what we are doing is learning how to take the test. 23 minutes. We're learning how to take the test. It doesn't matter if he, gets it right or wrong. Initially, what we are doing is learning as much as we can about the test. So he's already answered these correctly. What we are going to do is review this question and look at the answers that are correct and look at the answers that are not correct and try to piece this bad boy together. Okay, John, please read.
For each blank, select one word from each column that best completes the sentence.
John, make sure that it's word, not verd.
Word. While some maintain that the recent proliferation of uncredited web sources
John, what's going on with your W's? That's not web. Yeah.
Will have an or a blank effect on scholarship. Others argue that the effects will be far more blank, claiming that academics are sensible enough not to blank unattributed sources.
So as we go through this, the first thing that we want to do is try to figure out what these blanks, what the text means, and what could possibly go in the blanks. While some maintain that. What does that section mean, John? What does it mean to maintain in this situation? While some maintain that.
Maintain means to support, to encourage something.
Yeah, okay, very good. While some encourage or support the recent proliferation of uncredited web sources.
Proliferation. I don't know this word.
You forgot this one?
Yes.
So also for those of you watching, like I said, we answered this already. John already answered this, but as we review this, he gets to review some of... You didn't spell it right, John. No, type the word over. No, type the word over. Good job. He's also going to be reviewing vocabulary. Okay, so what is proliferation?
Proliferation is the growth of production.
Not of.
The growth or production of cells by multiplication of parts. A rapid and often excessive spread or increase.
Rapid.
Rapid.
A rapid, not a rapid.
A rapid.
And often excessive spread or increase. So let's just go with the word increase or growth. So proliferation means growth or increase or more of something, for there to be more of something.
Okay.
So the recent proliferation of uncredited web sources, what does that mean?
Because the recent growth of that of resources that are not we don't know
They're
are they
not
right
proven. That's the
or
word you're
they're
looking
not
for.
proven. Yes.
Good job. While some maintain that the recent proliferation of uncredited web sources will have a or an blank effect on scholarship, others argue that the effects will be far more blank. So, what did we discover about these two blanks? What's going on with them?
They're opposites
And how do we know that?
because others
Hmm.
mm, others
What's happening, John, is you have at the beginning the while
yes,
some think this, others think this. So it's not just the word others by itself, but it's you have one section saying some people believe this, comma, others believe this. So it's not just the word only, others, but it's the beginning, while some believe this, and then you have a comma. A comma is letting you know that there's a shift, possibly. When we see the word others after, while some, comma, and then we see the word others, we know that there is a shift here. We know that there's going to be an opposite introduced.
mm, I see.
Do you really?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure because I know you're a little sick today. And so you're like, okay. So I want you to explain to me what we just said. Explain to me why these two blanks are opposites.
They are opposites because we know that some people maintain that the recent proliferation. Good. But some people
But you
maintain
can't you can't
something.
use the same words to explain it. You have to use your own words. You can't say some people maintain that the recent
Some people,
proliferation. You're just
some
reading.
some people support one thing, and others uh, they support other things. That is
So
why
some people support one thing while others support another
another thing.
or other things.
Mhm. Yes,
Got it?
yes.
You understood what you were saying. I just wanted to make sure that the way that you explained it was clearer, that it was more natural. Okay, so what kind of word do we want in the first blank? Web sources will have a blank effect on scholarship.
Uh, uh, didn't quite understand what you were asking for.
I was asking, what do we want in these two blanks? But it's probably better. We don't really know. We can go through these 6 words in blank 1, blank 2, and those columns. We can go through all 6 words and try to find words that are opposite, or we can read the third section and see if we can read the third section and see if we can find a word to put there, and then we can go back to sections 1 and 2. So we know 1 and 2 are opposites. Claiming that academics are sensible enough not to blank unattributed sources. What kind of word do we need here? Do you understand this section?
Yes.
Explain it to me.
Um, claiming that I understand it, but I don't know how to explain it.
What does it mean to claim something?
To claim, to say it,
To state, to
to say,
believe. So believing that academics are, what does it mean? What does that mean, academics?
academics are people that look. It's people that look for source. They look for sources as a um,
Can you describe academics to me instead of telling me what they do? Can you describe them to me?
it's a person.
Uh-huh. What kind of person?
Uh, it's he does something with science or maybe
So maybe he is a researcher, or he is a person who likes to study. It doesn't have to be a researcher. It's usually a person who reads a lot and who studies a lot. So it could be a scientist, but it doesn't have to be a scientist only. An academic is going to be a person who is dedicated to learning, a person who studies hard, basically.
okay.
Believing that
Believe that uh, researchers are sensible. I know the other words for that.
what?
Claiming that believing that researchers are sensible, but are not too
Do you understand that section sensible enough?
sensible. Which
John, you have to stop mumbling. I don't know what you're saying.
I understand it.
Well, explain it to me. For those of you, you can't see John right now, but when John is thinking hard, he does this. He starts breathing really hard and thinking hard. What does it mean to be sensible enough?
To have a lot of senses.
We can call it intelligence. They are intelligent. They think. They are smart enough.
I see.
So believing that researchers are smart enough not to blank unattributed sources. What is an unattributed source?
Unattributed. I don't know.
Let's look it up. Let's see what unattributed means.
To regard as resulting from a specified cause. Consider as caused by something indicated. Consider as a quality of characteristics or person, thing, crowd, and indicated.
This is a difficult one to I'm looking at number 4. Maybe the word, a word that can help you is indicate.
Yeah. To click on.
Oh, you're up there. Consider as caused by something indicated. To say that this is the reason that something has happened. Go back to Magoosh. Trying to think of how to explain this. Unattributed sources. If a source is attributed, then that means it has been researched and it has been cited. That means that you know who researched it, you have evidence, and you have proof.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a truth. Like, it is attributed, the source is reliable. Unattributed would be unreliable.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that word, reliable?
Yes.
Reliable means you can believe it. Unattributed is like uncredited, John.
I see.
So what does unattributed mean? Don't say uncredited.
Unattributed mean.
Not attributed, unattributed.
Unattributed means
Mm-hmm.
unreliable means can't. I should not believe it.
Good. Okay, so we are putting this little thing together. So claiming, believing that researchers are smart enough not to blank unreliable information. They are smart enough not to. What word could we put in that blank, John?
Not to. So, mm,
Academics or researchers are smart enough not to blank unreliable information.
not to. Uh, mm, this
I want you to put your own word in that blank.
to to believe, to prove.
Yes. They are smart enough not to believe unreliable information. Good job. Yes. Oh, remember the first day we tried this? It was so hard. It's getting a lot better. Good job, John. Claiming that, believing that researchers are smart enough not to believe unreliable information. So we have to find something that means believe. What does place credence in mean?
Place credence.
No, to place credence in. You have to use the preposition.
It means to believe.
Yeah, it does. Credence, another word that you will see is credibility. These words are related. Credence, credibility. Credibility is believability. Credible. She is quite credible. That means, you can believe what she says. He is not credible. It means don't believe what he says. So we have this phrasal verb to place credence in. And it means to believe. What does take issue with mean, and why doesn't it work here?
To take issue with. Issue means problem. To take issue means to have problems, maybe.
Right. Uh-huh. So why
But
doesn't that work here?
mm, because uh, I think that we can say that researchers are sensible enough not to have problems, or not to, yes, not to
Not
have
to what?
problems
Not to have problems with what?
with with unproven
Uh-huh.
sources, yes,
Unproven, unreliable.
unreliable, yes.
So does that fit here to take issue
No,
with? Okay, good. Next one, express skepticism towards.
I don't know what it means.
To express, what does it mean to express?
To like to to express my emotions means to tell about my emotions or to tell.
Exactly, exactly. Good job. Skepticism.
I don't know what it means.
Well, let's go to the dictionary. How many syllables in this word, John?
Uh, Three syllables.
No, say the word.
Skepticism. Four
You
syllables.
know what? Yeah, we need to talk about that. Therefore, we'll talk about it another time. Skepticism. There is a hidden vowel in between the S and the M. You don't see it, but it's a schwa. Skepticism.
Hmm. You see.
Okay, go to your dictionary. Ah, not S, John.
Skepticism.
Yeah, S there. Yeah, that's it. Type it again. Erase it. Type it again. Yeah, it's a weird word. Okay, one more time. Erase it. Type it again. No, you see what happens when you start. Try it again. Good job. Skepticism. Good job. That one word at the end of number one, doubt. You know what
Mm,
doubt is, right?
yes.
Doubt. Skepticism is doubt.
Okay.
To express doubt towards. Why doesn't this work?
Mm, what do you think? Um, doubt. No, doubt means you don't know. You believe or not. It's uh,
Exactly. Hmm.
and maybe it doesn't fit here because of mm, because of this.
Explain it. Claiming that academics are sensible enough not to express skepticism towards
Mm,
unattributed sources. Why doesn't that fit?
mm,
People who are researchers, do they believe unattributed sources?
no.
Claiming that academics are smart enough not to express doubt toward unattributed sources. Does that make sense?
No.
Why? I want you to use your words. Don't just sit
It,
there going, I want you to explain this to me in English.
uh, don't express doubt means like they don't have doubts about it.
They don't have doubts, and that doesn't make sense.
Yes, because
Okay.
sources are unattributed. Uh, mm, yes,
Meaning,
needed that. But if the sources are unattributed, they can't. Mm, they will. They have.
they have to doubt
They.
them, don't they?
Yes. Yes.
They have to doubt them. So it doesn't make sense to say that they are smart enough not to doubt. It doesn't make any sense. If the sources are unattributed, they have to doubt them.
Yes.
So, what we are saying is that academics or researchers are smart enough not to believe unreliable information.
Mm,
That's why place credence in works.
I
Now we
see.
have to go to the second one. Others argue that the effects will be far more blank.
Mm,
We're talking about the effects of having so many uncredited web sources available. They are saying that there are so many websites that have information that's not credited that it is going to affect scholarship. It is going to affect the way people learn. Others argue that the effects will be far more blank. So, in this first section, John, they are saying that there are lots of websites that are using uncredited uncredited sources, and this is going to have a negative effect on scholarship, a negative effect on learning. But
mm,
others argue that the effects will be far more harmless.
I see.
So those are our two opposites. And I'm helping more because we only have 7 minutes. So in the first sentence, we need something that means what? In
That
the
means
first section.
the first section we have something that means harmful,
And the
uh,
second?
and the second kind of useful. No, it's not going to hurt. Harmless.
Ah, very good. Yeah. John, it's useful, not useful.
Useful.
Good, good, good. Okay, so let's look at number two. Blank number two. We need something that is harmless. So can we use harmful?
Now,
Okay, good. Benign. What does benign mean?
benign means harmless.
Yeah, but give me another word.
It, uh,
Or can you explain it to me?
no, it won't hurt anyone. Uh,
That's good. It exists, but it won't hurt you. What does
yes,
subtle mean?
subtle means sweet something, some little things or subtle. I
It's
forgot.
little. It's little.
Yes.
What else? Try
Uh,
to give me another word. It's little. If something has a subtle effect, tell me what that means.
it. has a little but good effect or something positive effect.
No,
No?
subtle doesn't mean positive or negative. It simply means that something exists.
Uh,
So they are saying that the effect will be far more subtle. It means the effect will be small. Subtle means just a small amount, a small measure of something.
mm,
In the sentence, they are saying that the effects will be. The effects here is implying the effects from the first section. So we know that it's negative because they established what effect was in the first section. But the word subtle doesn't mean positive or negative, it just means a small amount.
mm, I see.
So, what word do we want here? Others argue that the effects will be far more.
Far more benign, harmless, or
Yeah, very good. First section, what do we want here?
we want harmful or something that will hurt.
Okay, what does inestimable mean?
Inestimable means something big, effect, or good,
Let's look it up.
inestimable.
Oh, let's see if you can spell it right. Good job. Good job.
Incapable of being
Say
estimated
that word
or
again.
incapable of being estimated
Or assessed.
or assessed.
Inestimable means it is so great that you can't measure it.
Mm,
It is so great that you can't describe it.
okay, I see.
Okay, let's go back to Magoosh.
Um,
So we'll have an inestimable effect. It could be inestimable, but that doesn't work here. Why?
because 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 we have let's say this effect is going to hurt someone
Mhm.
or
It doesn't mean harmful. We need something that means
yes,
harmful. What does pernicious mean?
pernicious means harmful.
Look it up. I want you to look at the definition though and 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 see what other words we are given.
Causing insidious harm or ruinous, injurious, hurtful,
Injurious.
injurious.
What does that mean? Injurious. That's similar to another word, isn't it?
Yes, there are a lot of injuries.
Yeah. So pernicious, injurious, hurtful, ruinous. What does ruinous look like to you? It looks like another word, doesn't it?
Yes, to ruin. It's,
Exactly. Exactly. Deadly or fatal.
mm,
So pernicious is quite a strong word.
I see.
Okay, Magoosh. So let's read this. Read your sentence and fill in your blanks. Oh, wait, minute. That
Minute
word is
means
not minute. Remember that? That word is not
min,
minute.
minute. It
when
means
you
short.
see when you see this word on a test, if it is a vocabulary word, it does not mean minute. Never. It will mean minute. Okay?
Okay,
What does minute mean?
means short.
Short. What else?
Small. Different.
Very good. So minute doesn't work here because why? Tell me why.
Because the effect has to be harmful or um, it it has to hurt. It
Okay.
can't be small.
Okay, good. So read your paragraph or read your sentence.
While some maintain that the recent proliferation of uncredited web sources will have a, uh, a, a pernicious effect on scholarship, others argue that the effects will be far more benign, claiming that academics are sensible enough not to place in un-
Credence.
credence in unattributed sources.
Nice. What on earth does this mean, John? What did you just read?
Some people believe that recent uh, growth of unproven web sources will have a harmful effect on scholarship.
What is
Other
scholarship?
scholarship is studying, learning, or
Studying or learning.
studying or learning. Others argue that the effects will be far more um, harmless.
Good, good.
uh, uh, saying that telling saying that the researchers are sensible enough
What
not
does sensible
to
mean?
se- uh, smart, intelligent, in,
Yes.
intelligent enough not to believe on unproven sources or
I want to give you an A. That was awesome. I'm so proud of you. That was good, Sean. That was better than good. That was excellent. You are 14 and you are going through this. It's taking you a while to do it, but you're doing it, which is incredible. And it's just going to get faster. You'll be able to do these questions faster. By the time you're 17, you can take the GRE. Yeah. I'm 40. I haven't taken the GRE yet, but by the time you're 17, you'll be able to take it. I am so proud of you. How do you feel about what you did today? Open your camera for me.
um,
What's going on?
I forgot how to. Ah,
So, how do you feel about what you did?
mm, I think that I understand English more. Other
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. Is it always easy to study English?
no,
Sometimes you would rather play your video games, right?
yes,
But do you think this is going to help you? Being able to understand English better like this? Is it going to help?
yes,
It's
of course.
awesome. Today was really good, John. You did a really good job. Now we just have to work on those paragraphs. They are so hard. Those long paragraphs, those are difficult. We'll work on those later, though. Good job. So I will see you on Tuesday, okay?
Okay.
Okay, bye bye.